You know what I want to actually talk about. You know what I want to talk about, bro? It's like all these guys on self improvement. Everyone is so serious all the time. I don't see anyone smiling or laughing, man. Everyone is like, you must meditate and you must survive November and you must make $10,000 a month with your SMMA, or Iman Gadzi is gonna come to your house and find you. You, bro, is it me or is like self improvement so? It's just. It's just so robotic now. Everyone's just, oh, my battery's gonna die. Are you serious? Bro, one sec. Alright, we're back, we're back. I don't know how long it's gonna last. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, right. So, this is my problem. This is my problem with it. People have taken self-improvement, right? And they've just taken certain activities and labeled them as completely bad and certain activities as always good. And it makes everything very black and white. And I feel like it just... Don't get me wrong, there are certain activities that are just bad and some that are overall just good. But I think they just overdo it a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, everything feels a little bit too serious. Let me give you a story. Alright? So I was in university the other day, right? I started like a couple months ago. This was about 3 weeks ago, this story. 2 weeks ago, I don't know, whatever. And me and my friend, we were in a lecture, okay, on some finance event or whatever, right? And I was sitting next to him, one of my new friends from uni. And he just said something, right? I think there was like a really old couple behind us, which is a very bizarre in a lecture. It was very strange. He said, look at who's behind us. And I looked, and I just started laughing, right? I started laughing under my breath, okay? And then he started laughing back. And then we just started, I'm just thinking about it makes me laugh right now. So I started laughing, and then he started laughing. And then, you know when you get in like a laughing fit? Like, you know when you were like, I don't know, when you were younger, right? You probably had those moments with your friends where you laugh so much that your stomach just hurts and you physically can't stop. Like, I physically could not stop. And the moment I would stop, he would snigger and then I would start laughing again. Or I would snigger and he would start. That would make me start again. And it was just... And we laughed so much to the point where it made no sense why we were still laughing, but we were. And we had to leave the lecture hall because we were just laughing so much. And it's like... It made me just reminisce of that day, and I really felt like I felt like I was in my youth again, you know? I feel like everything is just so serious all the time. People want to connect with an actual personality. I feel like you lose your personality when all you're trying to do is... How can I describe this? It's like, if you're not doing something that isn't going towards your goals, it's viewed as a waste of time, like a complete, utter waste of time. That's how like the self-improvement niche kind of shows it. How to be a top 1% man. You need to make all of this money. And yes, you do need to do that. You do. I'm not disputing that. But I feel like certain activities, they actually give you a personality more. They may not directly, combine. They may not directly lead to you becoming financially free and achieving your best ever physique ever. But I think some of those activities is what makes life actually a lot of fun, Like, I'll give you an example, right? Like, I met this guy when I was in the queue for something, right? I just started talking to him. Turns out he does rock climbing. And I've never done rock climbing before, properly. And it got me thinking, like, oh, why don't I just try rock climbing? Am I going to get a better physique by rock climbing? Probably not, right? Am I going to make more money by rock climbing? Probably not. Am I going to get closer to my dream life from rock climbing? Probably not. Does that mean that I shouldn't do it then? Did you see the point I'm getting at? It's like, these different experiences that you will go through and that you actually have, I think that actually molds you into the kind of person that you want to be. And I think as long as these experiences and these things that you want to try are not completely degenerate, I think you should do them. Right? I don't know. It's just something about the way it's presented online. Something is off. Something, is it me, or does something? This is coming from somebody who has been on self-improvement since he was 15, and I'm 19 years old now. Right? I've completely fixed my prawn and all that addiction. Right? I have zero urges. Right? I figured out what I want to pursue right now. My social life has drastically improved. I'm working out 4 or 5 times a week. I'm not new to this. I've been in this space for a while, right? And something just doesn't. I don't know, man. It just, bro, it doesn't add up. There's something off. There's something. I think you agree with me, bro. There's something off. Oh, and this is a separate point, right? If you're like 14 years old, 15, 16, 17, that kind of age or younger, right? Do you want the hack to speed up your self-improvement? Do you want like the OP hack that's gonna just fly past everyone? Do you know what you do? Do you know what you do? This is what you do. You become friends with people who are all older than you. You become friends with people who are all older than you, who are all ahead. The key is ahead, not necessarily older. But when you're at that age, the people who are ahead are most likely older than you. So if all of your friends are people who are doing better than you, then guess what? You're gonna feel like I need to catch up. I need to catch up. Don't throw aside how animalistic our brains are. We are still very, very social beings. You can use that to your advantage. And if all your friends are making more money than you, guess what? You're going to be like, oh, I need to make more money, right? That's a little tip I want to give. But also, it's like, I don't know, something feels off about people don't have that life enjoyment as much. And I think that is something that is required. That is something that, because otherwise, I'm thinking, what am I doing this for? What am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I wanna retire my parents. I wanna help my family. I wanna build my income. But what am I doing this for? I feel like you should still enjoy your life along the way. I think one of the biggest problems I made was I didn't enjoy my life along the way. I just didn't enjoy it. You can do both. There is enough time in the day. You can close this YouTube video and go do something like that and still get all of your goals done, still get all of your progress done, and you can enjoy life at the same time. I think that is the way that it should be done. Don't do degenerate things, right? But use your common sense. You gotta think for yourself. Don't just listen to what I say. Don't listen to what anyone else says. Use your own intuition, right? You have a brain. You've been blessed with it. So start using it, because I feel like not enough young guys are using it. You don't go through the thought process yourself before just blindly listening to one of these guys online, including me, anyone online. Think for yourself, and I think a lot of it comes better. I think it just makes more sense. But yeah, I'll play some guitar now, so my camera's gonna die, but let's get a bit of guitar in, why not? Like, this guitar isn't gonna get me closer to my dream life, but does that mean I don't play it? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Something, I don't know, how do I describe it? I don't know! Maybe the answer is just a vibe. Just vibe it out. in a bit.